Welcome to this Rift Let's Play. You're with Sambo, Seraphis, and joining us as always is our lounging about in front of the fireplace Tallahassee. How are you this evening, mate?
Yeah, right, just on a cold Melbourne night, I'm raking up in front of the fire there.
Actually, yeah, you're dead right. And for those folks at home watching on YouTube, both Tallahassee and I live in Melbourne, and trust me, it's been, I think actually this morning was the coldest May it's been in, I can't remember how many years. I heard on the radio. Sure did feel like it. You know what, I really wish I had one of these lovely open roaring fireplaces at my house. Have you got an open fire at your place?
No, but I have the ducted heating on, which is fantastic.
Oh, I hate you. I don't have ducted heating in my apartment. I've just got a silly wall heater, and I am freezing. But how good would it be sitting in front of the real-life fire like this? You know what? Actually, it does make me kind of feel a little bit warm, as strange as that sounds. I do love sitting in front of a fire. But anyway...
digital fire has that effect.
It does. It's like a placebo effect. And in case you're wondering, by the way, how Tallahassee and I are managing to sit in these chairs, we are cheating. We've just used the normal sit emote, but we stood on the chair first. So you can't actually sit down in chairs like you can in some other MMOs. You actually have to kind of manually force it. There you go. You can see us doing it. So we've just stood in the middle of the chair. There we go. And typed /sit. And we just happen to have sat in the middle of the chairs. But I say it's very nice. All we need now is a flagon of mead, and we're right. Actually, are you drinking scotch there in real life, as usual?
Actually, no, I've got some spiced wine, so that's quite good.
Spiced wine, oh God. In fact, that's perfect for a cold night. You know what, mate? I'm extremely jealous of you. I'm just sitting here sipping away on my cold cup of tea. Why is it cold? Well, that's because, folks, today was a very special day in Talara. We had patch 1.2 drop, and my poor old computer's just spent the last hour patching and updating that. So we've got a couple of things to show you because it's an extremely significant patch. In fact, Tallahassee, I think the patch notes were about 7 or 8 pages long on the website from memory. I didn't bother reading through all of them because there's so much there. Yeah, there you go. But look, there were a couple of key things, folks, that we do need to cover off quickly before we head out into some questing today. And I'll get Tallahassee to help me explain some of them too. Firstly, there is something new, and that is called the Looking for Group tool, and here it is. This is brand new in Rift, and of course any of you who've been playing WoW for any amount of time will be familiar with this. It's basically a replication of the Dungeon Finder from WoW. Except instead of at the top, you'll see normally in WoW you have tank, heals and damage. In this case they've actually opted to have 4 that you can queue up as. So of course, once again, starting from the beginning, this is a tool that allows you to queue for a dungeon, and it puts you with either your party mates and or random players, and it teleports you straight to the dungeon. So it means you don't have to run all the way there, and you can queue as a particular role. And as you can see at the moment, we're queued for damage, but instead of tank, heals and damage, they've also added a support role, and it says there, support, it aids your allies by supporting them in combat through buffs, damage and healing as required. So it's quite cool if you've spec'd into a really support orientated role. So I like that. And you'll see there's a couple of tabs down the bottom. You've got dungeons. You can also randomly queue for rifts, which is a great idea, instead of just relying on the public grouping option when you're out in the world. Plus, when we're high enough, there will be quests listed in here as well. Daily quests specific for dungeons, just like WoW. Now, Tallahassee, I notice in this section, on the dungeon section here, and we can also, by the way, expand that and see specific dungeons. And by the way, this is a great idea to see exactly how many dungeons there are in the game. You can see there's normal, tier 1 and tier 2, so there's all up about 20-25 dungeons there, and you can see the level ranges. So we won't be able to go into the first one, which is the Realm of the Fae, until we're level 15. That's a 15 to 18 range, so at least it gives you an idea of what's coming up. But Tallahassee, I noticed that there are where are we, random or specific, there we go. There's some rewards here listed on the front, and one of them is a Plaque of Achievement, awarded for completion of raids and expert difficulty dungeons, plus, of course, a whole bunch of gold. Do you have any clue what these Plaques of Achievement are?
Honestly, I have no idea. I'm assuming it's a type of currency,
Yep.
and I've got a feeling it's going to be for armor or weapons.
Yeah, that actually makes sense. There's probably going to be a vendor around somewhere, isn't there, that we can, well, we will be able to hand
Probably
these
in
in.
Sanctum.
Yeah, actually that's something we should do at some point, is make the trip to Sanctum and see if there's a Plaque of Achievement vendor there. But anyway, folks, we won't dwell on this for too long because obviously we're too low to be able to use it at the moment. But if you are currently playing Rift and you're level 15 or above, you definitely want to check out that icon. It's under the soul tree in the list down the bottom left there, or you can just hit the I key and that will bring up the interface, which is very handy. Now, there's also another major thing, well, major for me anyway, that's come up. So if you bring up your character panel here, we've got the usual Windows characters, stats, skills, pets, all the rest of it, but you will see a third from the bottom there's a new one, and it's the wardrobe function. Woohoo! Now I know Tallahassee, you're not as excited about this as I am, but being a clothes horse myself in MMOs, this is something I've really been looking forward to, except I'm confused already. So I see there's a number of buttons along the bottom here, and we've got obviously different wardrobe sets, and we can unlock more. And I can see that I've got here, where is it? Wardrobe set number 1, and I haven't set one up yet. We'll do that in a second. But what's this first button here? Oh gosh, and we've got uber lag again. It says no wardrobe set. Click here to not use a wardrobe set. What the hell does that mean?
It gets rid of your wardrobe set, so you look like what the gear that you've actually got equipped at the moment, rather than the way that you wanted to do it.
Oh, I see. Okay, that makes perfect sense. So, yep. So if you just wanted to take off whatever outfit you've got and go back to your actual equipped gear, click that. Thanks, Tallahassee. All right, well, let's check this out. So, as it happens, I really like the gear I'm wearing, and unless I get something that's better looking in the future, I'd like to keep this no matter what gear I equip. So let's test this theory out. So presumably I've got, let's see, we've got helm, shoulders, chest, gloves, legs, and feet down the side here. So I want to equip a chest item, the one I've got, the awesome armor I've got here. Hang on a minute. So here it is. How do I drag it to the wardrobe? Can I drag it?
I think you'll need to put it into your bags first.
Oh, okay.
And then put it in.
All right. You know what would have been nice?
The chest slot,
maybe.
And then re-equip it.
Well, maybe if I don't know if Trion are listening, probably not. But if you're listening, Trion, can we please make it so that we can literally just drag our item from the character screen and drop it on the word wardrobe down the side there, and it would automatically equip in the right slot? That would be really nice, or something similar, or hover over the word.
It actually keeps the item in there.
Oh, does it? Hang on.
Yep.
Whoops, we got no clothes on. Sorry about that, folks. Cover your eyes. Okay, let's drag it to the slot there. Yeah, so, so it keeps it in there rather than on your character.
In your bags.
Or in your bag. So, that's interesting.
That's really weird.
That is weird. So, because what most games do is you drag the item to your wardrobe, and what it basically does is put a stamp of it there, and then you drag your item back to your actual character. But in this instance, you actually lose it from... Well, hang on a minute. This is interesting. If I've got my chest...
I guess it's a good thing, because it sort of gets rid of the need to carry all your different gear in your bags.
Well, there is that, but what I'm concerned about is now that the item is appearing in my wardrobe, and again, I'm using my chest item in this case here. There it is in my wardrobe. I can see it on the slot. When I click on my character in the character screen, she's naked, which makes sense, and there's no item in my chest. Does that mean, in terms of stats, that I've lost the stats from my chest piece, which, by the way, is giving me intelligence plus 5 all up? Have I now lost that?
I think you may have, but I'm not 100% certain.
Okay, we're going to test that. So, here we go, folks. I'm going to look at my chest piece. If the old lag stops, come on, bring up the tooltip, there we go, and I've got intelligence +3 and intelligence +2, so intelligence +5 are the stats for my chest. So let's go to my stats screen here. Now Tallahassee, can you remember this please? I have, according to my stats, 58 intelligence, and that's with my chest piece in the wardrobe. Right, now let's 58. Now let's go and drag that back to my bags. We'll go back now to the character screen. I'm going to drag it from my bags to the character screen slot. There we go. Now I'm going to go back to my stats. And now what number was my intelligence?
58.
Oh dear me. My intelligence is now 63. This is interesting. So there you go folks, by putting an item in your wardrobe slot, you're actually literally losing it from your character and therefore from your stats. Now, I guess it makes sense because in the future, if I ever want to replace my wardrobe of my chest, it's presumably going to be with a better statted item, so I guess then it doesn't matter when you come to think of it, because I will put this item in the wardrobe because I want to keep the look, but my new stat item will go in my actual character sheet. So actually that does make sense. It's just because we don't have a replacement at the moment. It seems a bit weird. So there you have it. That's how it works. Now, are you making use of your wardrobe at the moment, or are you still nipple man? Let's have a look. Oh, look at that.
I'm still nipple man.
He's still nipple man. And you know what I think, folks? I think that even when he gets gear that covers his nipples, he's going to make use of the wardrobe slot and make sure he taunts us with more nipples still. I can just see him doing that.
You love it.
Yeah, I love it. All right, so there you go, folks. That's the two major things that appeared in this new patch 1.2 update. Once again, the looking for group tool there and the wardrobe ability on your character sheet. Now if you go and check the patch notes on the forums or off the website, you'll notice that there are pages and pages and pages of new additions. There's new crafting rifts, there's all sorts of new currencies, there's new activities, there's new quest arcs, there's even an ability to purchase a 5th soul tree, which is a major upgrade in the game. So make sure you go and check out all of those patch notes. Alright, now one other thing I have to do quickly before we set out is I want to go into my soul tree, because of course we've had a couple of points in here that we haven't spent. And by the way, you're right there enjoying the fire still, Tallahassee. You're okay? You don't need a drink or anything?
Yeah, I'm good.
Alright, good stuff. Have a quick look in the soul tree here, folks, and I've got 2 points remaining, and I do want to keep moving down this pyromancer tree. And in fact, Tallahassee and I were talking about it earlier, and we found a couple of abilities further on that sound good. So we're going to stay in here. So I'm going to add another point to my combust talent, which gives my fireballs a chance to ignite the enemy, doing a dot damage over time that stacks. There we go. And by doing that, I actually have just gained 2 new actual spells, or 2 new abilities. One is called Track Fire Creatures, so it shows the location of all fire creatures within a short vicinity on the minimap. And the other one here is Burning Intellect, which is basically a +5 buff for intellect for other players for 1 hour. So let's save and exit that. And where are we? We've got Track Fire Creatures. I'm going to put that up on my top bar here, and we'll activate that. There we go. So you can see it up the top there. There's a buff that's appeared, tracking fire creatures. And we also have this buff. So this is actually interesting. A mage that can buff. I really like that. So let's select Tallahassee there. And we've got this one, this ability. What is it? The ally's mind burns with power, increasing their intellect by 5. There we go. So you now have, there we go, for 1 hour. There's an ability, Burning Intellect. You're welcome. Now, I wonder if I am able to do it to myself.
Can you do that in real life?
Can you? Yeah, I'd like it in real life as well. Now, I've got one of the settings set, folks, in my options. So if I hold down the Alt key and press a spell, it will actually perform it on myself. So I've given myself that buff now as well. And I've got Burning Intellect. So let's have a look at our intellect now. I think it was up to 63 before. If we go to stats, there we go. It's now up to 68. So I'm very happy about that. And we just quickly go back into the talent tree because I've got one more skill. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to use it just yet. It might ask me to level up. Decrease the cast time of your fire spells by 20%. Oh, I can use that. Very good. Save and exit. And there we go. Alright, I think... by the way, how have you been going in your soul tree? Which is your deepest spec at the moment?
Well, currently Paragon and Champion.
Right.
So mainly using Champion to get additional attack power and strength.
Right. So very DPS focused, rather than tank or heals.
Yeah, and I'm probably going to spec into Paladin a little bit as well. Mainly so I can get Touch of Life, which heals a warrior completely.
Yes, in fact, I've seen the Touch of Life ability in action on a couple of YouTube videos that I follow, and I've got to say that's a real lifesaver, and especially be good for PvP. Like Tallahassee says, actually, it actually heals the warrior to full health, which is great. Now, one thing I've just noticed very quickly, mate, on our mini-map, we've got, I don't know about you, but there's some new symbols that have appeared since this patch has gone live. And if I hover over them, they're yellow little pips, and it says, defend this ward stone. Do you know anything about that? We'll have a look in our main map. Let's bring that up. Oh, in fact, there's a whole bunch
they're
of...
ward stones that are under attack.
Yeah, okay, there we are. Defend this ward stone. So they actually... I don't think they used to appear on the main map, but they definitely are now. And I've also noticed that the word Silverwood, so the label for this entire zone is red, and right next to it it says March of the Gedlow, defend Wardstone from wanted. Is that red turning red means that we're, I mean, and look at all the fire rifts and whatever's happening, the people here are not doing a good job.
The zone's under attack.
Yeah, and that's a great effect. I don't know if it always used to do that, or if this is the first time I've noticed it, but gee, the map... New. Yeah, okay. Well, the map is a fantastically useful tool. But, of course, one thing to remember, folks, you see all these major... Now, these are major, not minor as well. These major fire rifts that are in Silverwood, remember that unless you close them, these build up and they pour forces out which start attacking our major areas. So you really do have to close these rifts unless you want to run the risk of your zone being overrun. Now, speaking of zones, and it looks like we're going to end up right in the thick of it, we've got a quest that I see here called Bug Off, which is to neutralise spider egg sacs and then neutralise goblin embers further down the road. Looks like we're having to head out into the wild blue yonder, right into the danger zone by the looks of things, and then through the zone, and it looks like we've got another quest to hand in down at the Sunken Marsh on the coast down here to the southeast of us. So you're ready to rock? Have you had enough of a rest there?
Yeah, I'm good to go.
Alright, let's do it, Stuart. We'll pick up these quests. Now, which road do we have to go down? Oh,
this way.
Here. Right, there we go. Oh, and of course, let's check the mail just in case anyone has sent us any special gifts. No. I'm going to mount up. Now, I must remember to pull out my elemental as well before we start fighting. Now, why didn't I not mount then? That was weird. Whoa, that was really weird. Oh, and Rift does not like me one bit. We're getting the old 1 frame per second again. Now, I can't actually see you on my mini-map either, by the way. I don't know why that is. Can you see me?
I can see you walking away.
All right.
You're going the wrong direction.
Well, I'm getting 1 frame per second, unfortunately, and I don't know why. Right, no, we're meant to be going south, I think, aren't we, for the Bug Off quest? There we go, frame rates come back again. There you go.
Yeah, it's just over here.
Oh, so do we have to go down into this cave? Alright, finally into some combat. Now, let me pull out the old elemental. Silly me, forgot about it already. Come on, Sandal.
Enchantment.
Enchantment. Now, speaking of which, have you been playing any Dragon Age 2 recently?
No, not since I finished it last time.
Ah. Neutralise spider egg sacs 1 of 3. Oh my god,
Boom.
nuclear explosion, and congratulations to Tallahassee, level 13 already. Well done, mate.
Thank you. You should be coming along a little bit.
Yeah, I've still got about third to a quarter to go, unfortunately. You're way ahead of me. Oh, come on, frame rate. You know what, since the patch, it's weird. I mean, it's certainly not a graphic settings thing, because when it stops jerking about, I can run the game fine at 60 frames per second. It's just, must be good old Vista. We were talking about this before filming. It's definitely time for me to upgrade to Windows 7, isn't it?
Yep.
I know you keep telling me I'm going to have to do that one day. Well, I'm certainly not looking forward to the upgrade process. Oh, come on. What are you doing? Now I've got 1 frame per second again. All right, we'll take a quick pause here, folks. Fix this up, and we'll give Vista a slap around the head, and we'll be right back. And welcome back, folks. Sorry about that. Not sure what was going on, as usual. Now, one thing quickly that Tallahassee did spot. You'll see on our map here up the top, there's that sort of skull and axe symbol up the top. A fire invasion. Now, it says there, Tallahassee Cinderon, level 13. Is that like an invasion boss type guy, is it, that's coming on down?
Yeah, that's him.
Alright, so is there special rewards for getting... Actually, he's moving away, I see. Is there any point us trying to run over there and get him, or are we a bit late now?
I think we'll probably be a bit late.
Alright. Oh, well, that's something to check up on next time we see it, though. We were having to, unfortunately, mess about with my Vista settings, so sorry about that. And oh, now, by the way, on the map, I see that those ward stones have turned from being yellow to red, and when you hover over them, they say ward stones destroyed. So this invasion force is certainly doing really well, isn't it? As in doing well against us.
Taking out a couple of ward stones.
Yeah, wow, nasty. Of course, once again, folks, if all of these are left unchecked, you really do stand to lose the zone, which is no good. Alright, anyway, onwards and upwards. Oh, Cinderon has fallen. Silverwood has been saved. There we go. Look at that map now, and you can see the word Silverwood has turned back to its normal, normal colour, and the zone has been saved. So somebody up north did their job.
Yep, and they killed him.
That was a good call, actually. If we'd gone there, we would have missed out. Well, we wouldn't have made it anyway in time. And I'm losing my voice again. Quick vendor cell. Alright. Gosh, it's a pretty world, isn't it? When you haven't played in Rift for a few days, it's really astounding as to how great it looks. Alright, what are we doing in here? We're in a quest zone. Neutralise goblin embers. Oh, so that's those things. And they're all over the place.
There's another one here.
Yep, and there's one here. Let's send Sandal out. Come on, Control T. Now, am I hitting the right button? Is it Control T to send Sandal? Pretty sure it is. Eh? Control 1. Oh, and of course, Control T is the WoW version of that. Whoops, my bad. So you can see Tallahassee in the background there, who is neutralising those embers. 4 of 5, and that's counting for us as well. Jolly good. One more to go. Oh!
I just want the 10.
Yep, mining node. Not forgetting, of course, Tallahassee is a miner. While we're here, we might as well kill a couple of mobs, because I could do with the XP, seeing as Tallahassee is way ahead of me. Alright, we're still looking for one more ember by the looks of things.
Yep, there's another one. A bit further on, I think.
Oh, yeah. It is good how the minimap quest zones do update with the actual location of real items rather than just a generic area. I really like that. Oh, and some burlap cloth. We do like that. Now, where is my fire shield? Now that's interesting. I don't seem to see it. Burning shield. Oh, there it is. Fire armor. Silly Sambo. It's the first buff on my hotbar. Must have moved it around a bit. Oh, there's some embers over here by the spiders. Let's quickly send Sandal over to attack them and hopefully pick up the aggro. Whoa, that was a big fire explosion. Was that me or you?
Sorry?
That guy exploded with fire. I'm just wondering if that was one of my abilities critting or something, or whether that was something you did.
Say one of yours.
Yeah. Oh, there it goes again. Gosh. I like it.
Yeah,
all right.
one of yours.
Yeah, definitely one of mine. Alright, so now we have to head to the Marsh House by the looks of things, which is great because this signifies the beginning of a new area for questing for us down on the coast on the marsh. Very cool. Oh, and look at those sun and god rays spewing through the trees there. Absolutely fantastic. And of course the game world alive with other players. Absolutely love it. It's certainly one of the prettiest MMOs I think I've played in a long, long time. Alright,
good to see you.
Bug off, she says. Choose one of these rewards. What have we got here? Oh, we've got ourselves a new belt, which has got lots more int, and yeah, we'd definitely take that. I don't think I need wisdom so much on this character, do I? It's more of a healer's stat, I think.
Yeah, it's really int that you're after.
Yeah, okay, so let's go to our bags and find this new belt that we've got with much more armor and intellect, and we'll put that on. Thank you very much. Picking up a few new quests here, obviously for this new Marsh zone. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. And what do we got here? A general goods vendor, lovely, so we can... I'd like to buy something. Let's sell off our junk and sell off our old belt. Oh, no, actually, we don't want to sell that off because, of course, we want to rune break that rather than sell it off because we want the crafting materials, seeing as we're a rune breaker. And let's pick up this quest. Stolen implements.
To purchase.
And what else we got there? An oppressive odor wants you to kill boglings. Oh, now speaking of boglings, I do believe we've got our own little bogling pet. Let's pull him out and head him out for a while. There he goes. Hello. There he is. And we'll very quickly rune break this belt, our old belt. There we go. Take those powders because, of course, we do need them for crafting later on. And we'll have to get and do some crafting at some point to be able to give Tallahassee some of the benefits as well. Alright, so there's another quest to hand in further ahead, I see. Who's this guy?
Are you ready?
He's one butt ugly looking dwarf.
He is, he's ugly.
Yeah, I'm glad we both came to that conclusion. Escort Scotty through the Sunken Marsh. Well, that's interesting. Have you done this quest before on another character, just by chance?
Yeah, I have.
And
it's annoying.
Is it annoying? Does it take very long? Because I noticed we've gone over time already. If it's more than 5 minutes, we should probably leave it till the next episode. Is it a long one?
More than 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, so I'll decline that right for now. And another thing I noticed, folks, notice as we've headed into the swamp and the marsh here, you'll see that it becomes all foggy. If we head back out, notice, see, as you look at the hut there, you see it's all nice and clear and crystal clear out there. As we go into the marsh, take a look at the environment, the atmosphere, and you'll see it'll start to fog up. And there it goes ever so slowly. It's just another great little touch to really get you immersed in the world. All right, mate. Well, it looks like we're out of time. We didn't get too much done in that episode in terms of being active and action-orientated, but we did go through the new patch 1.2 features, which, of course, everybody was asking for. So we've covered off the major items there. Like I said earlier, make sure you go to the forums to check out the patch notes to see an extensive and lengthy list of all the changes that have been made. And trust me, there are hundreds and hundreds of them, all for the better by the looks of things. So I certainly hope you enjoyed that episode. And on behalf of myself, Seraphis, and Tallahassee, it's us wishing that you have a great day and looking forward to seeing you in the next episode. Until then, take care. See you later and bye-bye.